Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Halloween makeup tutorial and it's going to be inspired by Gore. So we're going to give ourselves a fake bullet hole and a cut, and we're going to be using some fake blood that I did make at home, and if you want to know how I made it, just leave a comment down below and I will tell you how to make the fake blood. Alright, now let's get on to the video. So first you want to start off with your everyday makeup. Then what you want to do is you want to take a regular makeup wedge and you just want to rip off some of the fatter end of it. So when you're done, it should look something like this. So now we're going to take a purple color and just dab the sponge in the purple. Now this might be a little too purple, but what you're going to do is you're going to put it around your cheekbone and grab some more purple if you start running out. So once you have the purple done, you're gonna want to get a reddish color. So for the purple, I was just using Wet n Wild Art in the Streets palette, and I was just using the purple. Now this, I got it Rite Aid, so it's pretty cheap. Now I'm going to be using an LA Colors palette. It's old, it's dirty, I don't really use it anymore. So now I'm going to be taking this reddish color. Now you only want a little bit of it, so I'm going to dip my sponge in the reddish color. And I'm going to put it around the center. You see where I left some skin, by your cheekbone. So you're just going to dab all around. Now we're going to want to take some blue. So I'm going to take this War Paint Beauty in Skinny Dip. It's an eyeshadow, and I'm just going to dip my sponge in it again, but lightly this time so you don't have too much. Now if you get too much like what I just did, wipe off your sponge, try to get all the blue off, and just blend it. Now I'm going to go back in with that red color on my sponge and put some more of it around here. You're going to want to leave an exposed spot like what I did in my cheek, because if you really did get punched or have a bruise on your cheekbone, it's not going to really bruise where your bone is. It's going to bruise around it, and the blood's going to be around it. So I'm just going to go back in with that red a little bit. And now I'm going to take the end color, this purple, and get my whole sponge in it. Okay, now that that side's done and bruised up, now I'm going to start on the bullet hole. So we're going to give ourselves a bullet hole in the top of our forehead. So I'm going to be taking Maybelline New York The Nudes palette, and I'm going to be using this black shade right here. And I'm going to take it on the end of my Real Techniques blender brush. And I'm just gonna now you don't have to be too precise with this, so don't worry if you don't get it in the exact middle of your forehead, because mine's not in the exact middle. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your sponge again, and you're going to want to do the exact same thing we did with our cheeks. So I'm going to be starting off with the purple, and dipping my sponge in it and going around the hole and just kind of making it bruised, making it look bruised up. So after the purple, I'm going to go in with the red from the LA Colors palette. Now I'm going to take the purple in the same LA Colors palette. And just because I did smudge out that black a little bit, so I'm going to go back in with my black. And I'm going to make it all black. And we are going to put fake blood on this in a little bit. But I'm going to go back in with my blue. Now, the blue is a tricky color because you don't want too much blue. Otherwise, it's not going to look very realistic. Just blend it out. Alright, so now I'm going to be working on the neck slit that we're going to give ourselves. So I am just going to take a regular black liner, if you don't use that anymore, and just draw where you want the slit. Okay, so my slit, I'm going to want it all the way across the neck. You can do it small, you can do it big, you can do it whatever size you want. So I'm just going to be taking the sponge that we've been using for the bruises again. And I'm going to be using the purple first. Just dip it in the purple. And take it. And you want to really blend this one out because we use such a harsh eyeliner. So now after the purple, I'm going to be taking the red. I'm going to take some of the blue and dip the sponge in. Now because that is still such a harsh line, I'm going to take the Nudes palette and use the black on my blender brush. And I'm going to kind of smoke the line out. Now with my same blender brush this time, I'm going to take the purple from the LA Colors palette, really pack it on, and I'm gonna mix it with the red. Okay, so now that I am satisfied with the bruises, I'm actually going to go back in with the purple on this bruise. And I'm going to go back in with the red on the same bruise. Now I'm going to put a little bit of my regular foundation, just because I didn't leave a big enough hole in the center. Just put some on my finger, just to lighten up the center a bit. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to just blend it out a little bit again. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my foundation that I used on my face, and I'm going to kind of make my lips disappear, because we are dead after all. I'm just taking a little bit on the end of another wedged beauty sponge. And just blend it into your lips. And try to make the edges of your lips kind of disappear to where you can't tell where they start. Okay, now that my lips are basically a blank canvas, I'm going to go in with the red shade that we've been using for the bruises. I'm going to use the corner of our blender. And I'm going to put this in the center of my lips. Now I'm going to blend it out with this edge. And it's okay if you go around just to make your lips kind of look bruised. And now we are going to be using the fake blood that I made. And like I said, if you want me to put up the recipe of how I made the fake blood, I made it all at home and it probably cost me under $4. Just leave a comment down below. So because we are working with fake blood, this will stain your clothes. So you're going to want to wear something that you really don't care about anymore. I'm actually going to take the end of a makeup brush that I don't use anymore, dip it in the fake blood, and just start to apply it. Now all you're going to do is just let it drip down. And if you want it to go a separate way, just kind of guide it and tilt your head. So now I'm going to put the fake blood Actually, I'm just going to take a towel and put it on my lap just because this is getting a little messy. And I'm going to put the fake blood on our cut throat. So now that you have blood all over yourself, you can also add some to the corner of your mouth if you want to. And I am gonna add some by my eye. So I hope you liked the tutorial, and if you try this out, send me a picture of it on Twitter. I'll have my Twitter linked below, and I hope you guys have a great day and an awesome Halloween. Bye!